Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another exciting edition of the Triple B Black and Gold Dynasty show where we talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this is the first week. Preseason is upon us, everybody. Preseason is upon us. And we will talk about this matchup later on in the show. So I just want to say, I want to appreciate everybody for tuning in. I love the subscribe button is getting like smashed. We are so close to 1,000. I cannot do it without you guys. I totally appreciate it. So let me get back to the social media on Facebook to say hello to everybody. Just give me a second because sometimes Facebook and YouTube have a little bit of delay. That's just the way it is, the technological sounds of the world, people. But I do appreciate coming into your living rooms, coming in wherever you guys are tuning in at, and we can talk Pittsburgh Steelers football. I totally appreciate it. It's going to be a great season. I'm looking forward to the Pittsburgh Steelers playing football, getting to the goal is to get us in the playoffs. That's the goal that I want for this show. That's the goal that I have, to see the Steelers in a playoff. And we'll go further after that, but let us get into the playoffs. So every game is going to be very, very important this year. So I just want to start off with telling everybody, Benjamin, thanks for tuning in. I believe Benjamin, the channel he's asking for the Pittsburgh Steelers game against Tampa, it's going to be on KDKA, I believe, because it's an away game, and you say 24-17 Pittsburgh. I love your enthusiastic Pittsburgh Steeler pride, sir. I hope you had a great time at training camp. I saw the pictures. It was a nice day to go to camp, maybe a little bit hot. Hey, Greg Rischel, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm excited for this season, Greg. It's gonna be very interesting to look at all these new guys that we got in the black and gold uniform. I hopefully, and if anybody got some Steelers in fantasy world, you know what I mean. Hopefully they can get you some points. I am actually in a fantasy league this year. Maybe I will talk about it periodically throughout the season here. I'm on Larry Stryker's fantasy football, and I actually got Patrick Mahomes, and I do not have any Steelers at all. Usually when I do fantasy football, I always have some Steelers. The Steelers defense that took me to a championship many years ago, but this year is the first year I do not have any Steelers. Donnie Fulmer, Mr. Tap Out is in. Thanks for tuning in, Donnie. So let me just talk about briefly what I did yesterday real quick because I got all you guys on. I brought this individual, Mr. Jared Barry. Mr. Jared Barry was in last night, recorded a great interview, and it'll be shown Friday night. I will put it on YouTube at 8 o'clock. It'll be out Friday. He's country western megastar, lives in Indiana County. He's very positive. You guys need to check out this interview. He was great, and hopefully he performs locally, and I can go see him very, very soon. Craig from Patton. Hey, Bubba, I have the DVR set for Friday. Here we go. I hear you. You know what? I forgot today was Wednesday, to be honest with you, Craig. I don't even have wrestling on. That's how dedicated I am to talking about Pittsburgh Steelers football. But also, too, we had the mega cast review of SummerSlam. It's in the archives. If you guys want to check that out, it's on YouTube and on Spotify. You can get the audio portion if you don't want to see our beautiful faces. Those guys are great, and we are the only podcast that gives picks for wrestling pay-per-views. There's no other podcast like that around. We are the only ones, and we also give reviews. We have a great panel. All those guys are great, and it's a pleasure to interact with those guys when we do that. So let's get started with some Steeler football. I went down to training camp. The first time I went to the Latrobe under the lights before COVID. I was going to go last year. It got rained out, people. It was pouring. Rained it out last year, so I didn't get to go. My buddy Kevin Adams and myself went down to training camp, and we're going to talk a little training camp, but also, too, we are going to talk about Friday night under the lights. Now, I got some pictures. I got a lot of video. Ryan, thanks for tuning in to the Triple B Black and Gold Dynasty show. There was over 15,000 people. Over 15,000 people. They support the Latrobe sports programs. It's $5 to get in. We got there. I'm not going to lie. We drank some sarsaparillas. We had a good time. I got to see a little bit of what I wanted to see. People were getting autographs. It was more for the kids. But honestly, you're seeing guys my age with their footballs in plastic, pushing people around. I am a big guy, but I felt like a sardine can when I was by the rails. I did get some. I asked Dante, 15 touchdowns. That's right. You went yesterday. That's right, Benjamin. So you could catch that on my YouTube channel. I have a lot of video, but so yeah. Yeah, I did that. He was right beside me. Yeah, he was right beside me. And honestly, guys, you don't have a lot of time to think what you're going to talk about when you see these guys because they're putting their head down. They're doing what they need to do, and they're going to get out of there. They're going to sign some autographs. And I had to be clever or I had to be like overbearing. Sometimes I'm like that. But honestly, me and Kevin got on the field. Hey, that's just the way it is. We walked down there, and the last 45 minutes of practice, we were on the field. I snapped some pictures of some of the guys like right there. I mean, I was pretty close. That was cool, and to see the number one rookie of the year. Well, he's going to be maybe offensively if he starts. Broderick Jones was as big as a house. Darnell Washington was as big as two houses. You know, Cousin Scott from Florida, thanks for tuning in. So, and I got to see a lot of the red zone. I got to see Kenny Pickett play. I seen him score a little bit down there. I was watching some of the drills, but the elevation where I was at, I couldn't see high up, but I tried to see as much as I could see. I mean, it was great. So if you ever have an opportunity if you have an opportunity to go to Steelers training camp anyway, you need to go anyway. Because I know when I went that one Sunday, they went a different way out down to the field. They're trying different stuff. I'm not looking for autographs. I am not. I'm looking for some video to try to do an interview. I know I need credentials and I need better equipment. You know what I mean? But it's always a try. I got to talk to Omar Khan, did an interview with that. When I was on the sidelines with me and Kevin, we called over Craig Wolfley, voice of the Pittsburgh Steelers with DVE. So that was kind of exciting. He cut maybe a 15-second. I asked him a question, off the cuff. I get opportunities when I try to, and I try to take them when I can. So, but yeah, it was an experience. It was a great experience being on the field, watching those guys the last hour. And I will talk about what they need to do going down to Tampa momentarily on this show, but also, too, the players that are in camp right now. Brian Reddick, thanks for tuning in. There's some players in camp right now that could be daunting for some further stuff coming this first preseason game. Offensive tackle, Dylan Cook, okay? Now, he's been having great practices down at Latrobe. He's a little bit of a positional, flexible player on the line. And since the Steelers are pulling on the backside at the tackle more often in this camp than any other camp before, he could best be a practice squad player signing. Look, to get on the Pittsburgh Steelers team, even a practice squad player is still a big thing. So they are looking at some of these players at different positions to actually be key components during the Steelers. And like I said, some of these players are worthy of getting signed. So, and he's going to be an extra tackle, and he could be signed on the practice squad. So that's a name to look at. Like, there's a lot of names Friday night to look at. I'm going to be honest with you guys. A lot of new Steelers, a lot of Steeler jersey numbers. They don't give you the roster anymore when you go down to training camp. They used to give you a roster sheet. You got to use your phone. And, it's kind of hard, to use your phone and try to talk to somebody and try to watch what you're trying to see, maybe snap a little videos and stuff like that. But also, too, cornerback, Luke Braca, he was in the XFL. Now, he's been making some big plays in the last couple practices, guys. Okay, he had a pass interference or a pass interception. He had a couple of them. He had pass deflections. Now, maybe he can make an impact on the Steelers' special teams because once I talk about this exhibition game, that's going to be something that the Steelers need to look at as special teams. But when they got that new rule, will they ever be able a chance to actually return kickoffs, though? That is going to be the key. So, also another player that the Steelers could be potentially making the Pittsburgh Steelers roster that's having a good camp at training camp is receiver Dez Fitzpatrick. That's right, receiver Dez Fitzpatrick. But I also heard that Gunnar Osowski's actually having a good camp too. I didn't see him making a team. It's going to be very, very difficult here in the next couple weeks. Dez Fitzpatrick is tied fourth on the team with 14 receptions on the 11 on 11 and 16 yards. So maybe he can make a roster because Ralph Williams, thanks for tuning in. Mr. Ralph Williams, he's got so many shows. It's like he's doing podcasts and radio shows out of Beaver County Corner. Mr. Ralph Williams is on his show. Hopefully we can get him back sometime this season very, very soon. Did you see anything from Dez Fitzpatrick? Me personally, Craig, I did not. Boothie, what's going on? Gunner is gone, you say. I don't know, but Tomlin was talking about Gunner today in his press conference, Ralph. He was talking a lot about consistency, so we shall see. I didn't see a lot of Dez, but I'm just going with the stats because the one receiver, J. Marcus Bradley, was injured. He's on IR. They waived him, Craig. So Fitzpatrick was going to get a little bit more reps. Akeem Butler could be coming on strong. Calvin Austin, I don't know. Gunner, like I said, Tomlin in his press conference today was speaking very, very highly of Gunner, and so was Kenny Pickett. So we just got to wait and see. So the Steelers, they signed safety Jalen Elliott. He played with the Lions. He played with the Patriots. He played with the Raiders. We need some depth. Some people are hurt. And that's why they waived receiver Marcus Bradley. They waived him. So that is another receiver that was very hot commodity starting this camp. So some of these receivers, Butler could squeak in. Maybe they don't cut Gunner. Signed a couple D-backs. That's right, Booth. Because Trey Norwood is actually hurt. And some other people are bruised up and stuff, so they're getting ready to go to Tampa. You can't have too many Fitzpatrick. Yeah, that's true. You can't have too many. You just how many jerseys you going to get, brother? You can get an offensive one and a defensive one. That kind of works out for you. You know what I mean? So, but that was, and there's been some observations in camp. I do try to write some stuff down because I can't think everything off the top of my cranial. So I try. But Darnell Washington, like I said, I seen him up close. He as big as a fucking house. He's fucking massive. He is massive, so he is a beast in the pads, and that is true because I've seen it live and in color. But they say he's a little bit limited as his catching the ball as a receiver, but he can block like a couple. Last week he blocked DJ Watt twice, so it doesn't matter. He's going to be somewhere in this, maybe in the power running game for right now. He's going to be on that field. There's no doubt about it. They're going to come up with some creative and ingenious offensive schemes, I hope. Bad Brookus Brown. Oh, Bubba Brewer, have you cut the cable yet? Recently got Starlink and told DirecTV to pound sand. Trying to find a spot where I can watch all the Steeler games through streaming. Not trying to get off topic, but definitely looking for advice. Oh, I'll send you to Larry Stryker. Get a Fire Stick, brother. I paid $29 for. Now the boxes were a little. We can get off topic. I don't mind helping people out. Yeah, Larry, you can get hooked up with this company that I got. Get an Amazon Fire Stick, and you can download it. You can watch all the football. I watched the boxing the other day. Yes, I tell you what, Booth, you must be reading my mind because that's pretty much. I got a topic. I got that written down. I have Roku. Roku won't get you the games unless you're streaming stuff. But honestly, everybody out there, if you are streaming to get the Steeler games, this is what I'm doing. Even though I have different type of streaming cable, I am going with Paramount Plus because they have the local channel of KDKA. So KDKA, you will be able to watch most of the Steeler games with KDKA. And then once the Steeler season is done, I will down package and pay $5.99 for Paramount Plus. Yo, Shane Stodmiller, special field correspondent. So let's get back. Greg, yeah, if you need any help with stuff with streaming, anybody, let me know. I'll tell you what I do. Like I said, I will be amping up my Paramount Plus to the higher package to get the local KDKA. So if you stream it, you will get it. I also have a lot of channels on my Gamma TV, which is a streaming service. But sometimes it buffs. I don't want it to buff during a Steeler game. So, hey, no problem. No problem, Greg. So Kenny Pickett has looked significantly more comfortable and better than he did in 2012. That is absolutely true. I seen him down there. If he didn't see anything in Friday Night Lights there, he took off and ran. He waited until, but something wasn't open. He wasn't like a deer in headlight. He was looking down the field. Nothing was open. He was taking off. KDKA is free on Pluto TV, Ralph, but not for the Steeler game. You can get your news, but you won't be able to watch. You won't be able to watch the Steelers though. They shut that down quicker than Fort Knox. Yeah, and then who wants to watch the game after that? But Ralph, if like I said, if you guys want to watch the Steelers and you want to get Paramount Plus, you can get KDKA. Talk to Larry Stryker. He's on my Facebook, and he'll let you know about the streaming service that you can get all the NFL. All the NFL. So, and George Pickens is notably more talented than every receiver in Steelers training camp. We already know that. We don't have to drink a case of beer to know that. We don't have to smoke 10 doobies to know that. We know George Pickens is the most talented receiver in the Pittsburgh Steelers training camp. Antenna, yes, Shane, antenna brings in Channel 2 also. It all depends where you're at. NFL Plus. That would probably be, you probably have to stream maybe ESPN. 35-17 Steelers win. I'm trying to help everybody out, and I don't mind it because that's what I do here on the Triple B Black and Gold Dynasty Show. Trying to get the people to know where they got to watch the Steeler games. Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Like I said, I'll be watching it. Channel 10. There we go. Channel 10 will have the Steeler games as well. Yeah, out of Altoona. Okay, now, like I said, Broderick Jones is as big as a house, but he still has a lot to do. He's in the depth at second tier. He's not a starter yet. Don't know when he will be, but I believe he will be soon. Maybe Dan Moore switches over and takes out Chooks. Maybe. I don't know. We have to see. And this guy here is a football player, and I'm talking about Connor Hayward. Connor Hayward is doing everything. He's doing the option of the fullback. He's doing the tight end. He's catching balls. Connor Hayward is going to be a big player this year. Could be maybe my new sleeper with the Pittsburgh Steelers since Corey Trice got hurt and is out for the rest of the season. So I'm going to go with Connor Hayward. And Keanu Benton could make a big impact as a rookie. They're liking what they see in training camp. He's doing very, very well. He could be a key contributor on defense from day one. And we will see Friday night. Now, Booth, if you're still here, I know because you brought up the topic. Kendrick Green as fullback. That's right. He did it a couple times in training camp. He did it in Friday Night Lights there in Latrobe. He's a big dude. Now, look, this could be a gimmick kind of thing. We could talk about it a little bit. I don't think it is a gimmicky kind of thing because, honestly, we do not have a fullback in our roster because of the Montel guy with the mullet retired. And Do they sign back Derek Watt? That has been a topic as of yesterday and today. He's 30 years old. Do they sign him back because he knows the offense? Okay, but also, too, this option of Connor Hayward as a fullback, I like, and he got great hands coming out of the backfield. So I like that. But also, too, do they put Kendrick Green as a fullback and also use him as a lineman just in case? Because, hey, if something happens, they could keep him as a roster spot as a fullback and use him as a third string center or lineman. The red zone and 3-1 possibility. Yes, that is true. That jumbo packet is going to be huge. The jumbo package of the Pittsburgh Steelers is going to be primed and loaded like John. You know what I mean? It'll be a Holmes kind of package because they're going to have some big beef on the line. So do they do that? Does Matt Canada be creative and inventive with this offensive schematics, which I hope he does because he's going to give me a coronary? We shall see. Does Kendrick Green make this team as a fullback? Does he show up Friday night and they do some kind of plays in Tampa? I don't know. I don't know because this is going to be very interesting, guys, because this is now Kenny Pickett's team. Kenny's going to be, hey, Becky, how you doing? Pittsburgh Rotto Steelers, how you doing? Thank you tuning in from far away. So that is going to be, that is going to be the stipulation. And the Steelers worked out a bunch of players Monday. So there is nothing set in stone for any of these guys because training camp people get hurt. They're looking at people right now. Monday, they looked at offensive lineman Braden Kipper, who just got cut by the Ravens. Outside linebacker Quentin Bell. Brian Burns is here. Brian Burns. Welcome to the show, Burnsy. Anytime you want to come on, let me know. Matt Canada stinks, Burns says. I don't disagree with you, Burns. I do not disagree with you at all. Outside linebacker Jonathan Garvin they were looking at. They didn't sign any of these guys yet. And defensive end Arcere St. Armorall. They looked at him. They didn't sign anything. Bubba from Mexico. Hey, hello. Woo! That's right. It's Steelers season. Even everybody internationally is watching the Triple B Black Gold Dynasty show. Arriba! I love it. Oh, Brooke Nicole. Brad Brookus says Mr. Burns is the man. Don't let his head go big, Brooke. You could talk to him in October, and then his head will be big. You don't want that. But he knows his football. I will say that. And he knows college football. You just got to get him on this podcast to let him know. They're picking up scraps. They didn't sign anybody yet, Burns. They're just looking. Okay, let's go. You'll have to see if you can get the Pittsburgh Dad for an interview. Shane got him to do a quick promo for the show, so I appreciate special field correspondent because last week Shane was at a Pittsburgh bar down south, walking around cutting promos. So I mean, hey Burns, they're going to get what they can. I mean, there's no diamonds in the roughs right now. I mean, you don't want anybody to get hurt. But you got to fill practice squad players, Burns. You need practice squad players. We need players. We just need them. We can't afford anybody to get hurt. Definitely not TJ Watt. That's for sure. So anyway, the Pittsburgh Steelers, let's see here. Where am I at? Oh, yeah, this is one of the pictures that I had. Hey, guys. You know what I mean? What a mascot. Not the great, it was great for the kids, but Steely McBeam, I acted like I was 12 years old. That was Friday night in Latrobe. I'm like, hey guys, hey Steely, can you do a picture with me? And he was like, hey Bubba, how are you? Are you gonna go to the Fergie concert? I'm like, no, the Furby. You know what I mean? He got kicked out of the Furby and he asked me. So that was my impersonation. It sucked. I know. It's Wednesday night. What else do you want me to do? I was supposed to mow my grass, and I said, fuck it. I didn't want to mow it. So I'm being lazy. And drive by my house. My grass ain't cut. Fuck off. I don't care. I just don't. So, like I said, Trey Norwood is injured. He has a lower body injury. And the Steelers facing we're going to the Tampa Bay Bucks. Tampa Bay Bucks, Friday night, August 11th. 7 p.m. kickoff. It's it's practice time. Pittsburgh Steelers football is here. We don't have to watch the fucking Pirates getting beat by fucking Marion Center Little League. We're done with that. The Pens are not getting anything yet. They signed a big guy. I heard they might sign Yalmer Yager, but I remember him up at Coney when he was underage drinking and hooking up with girls. Do they sign him? Hey, we don't know. I don't know. I don't know much about the Penguin hockey, so I really don't know. A lot of people here do. So I was there when you screwed with him. Oh, yeah, I know. But I got a picture with him a week later because it looks good for the show, Burns. I'm sorry I didn't get your kid a TJ Watt autograph because TJ Watt got in a golf cart and fucking skedaddled out that Sunday a couple weeks ago. So I really don't know what's going to happen Friday night. Now, I didn't get into the whole logistics of a team-by-team analysis because, look, people, it is preseason, first preseason game of the year. And that's right. Best thing about it, there is no Tom Brady. I am done with the Tom Brady curse because Tom Brady was 101 against the Pittsburgh Steelers. 2 SC championships in my throat, in my heart. Tom Brady killed me, and I had to go into seclusion at in a monastery to get over that last loss at that championship game that he cost us when Ben threw that interception to and Plaxico didn't get the fade in the end zone. So, but we did beat with Mitch Trubisky the last game Tom Brady ever played against the Steelers. We beat him. Mitch came off the bench and beat him. So I was like happy. It was like Christmas. I think I took off the next day because I was so sick. But Kenny Pickett will start. Maybe get a series. I don't know. Like Tomlin said in his press conference, he wants to see consistency. Okay, Brian Byrne, ask Shane Stallmiller who Penn State opens up with. I don't have any. Shane, who does Penn State open up with? I mean, I don't know. I have no idea. But also, too, Baker Mayfield will be behind center with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He'll be starting. So I don't know if he lasts the whole season. I honestly don't care. I'm not a Tampa Bay fan anyway. So, like I said, they will be without Tom Brady. Yeah, he was 50. So I'm just going to go with some simple keys to victory in this lovely exhibition season, which is be the first game. Exhibition stuff doesn't mean anything to me. I want to see some great players. I want to see these younger players come up. And that's what I want to see. I want to see a little bit of consistency. We're not going to get a lot of consistency in the preseason when you only have 3 games. That's just the way it is. And I'm hoping that the Pittsburgh Steelers can start off fast and not be fucking 2-4 going into October because I'll be losing my goddamn mind. But my 3 keys for Steelers victory Friday night in Tampa is I just want to see how the first team line shows consistency. That could be a key to victory. Just consistency is the key. I'm going to go with that. And have my second key is have Kenny and the whole first team on how they can drive the ball. Not big keys here, people. It's not a big game. It's not the over and under. I'm not FanDuel. I'm not betting. I'm not doing any of that. There's no spread. I think it's even Steven. Your sleeper pick is Jacksonville. I don't got a sleeper pick, Burns. I only want one team. I don't care. This team right here. I don't care about Jacksonville. I hope Tony Khan can go AEW and buy wrestlers, and hopefully we beat the Jacksonville Jaguars. But I'll get to that later when I talk about who I'm picking for the season here. We're not going 17-0. I wish I'd like that, but I'm trying to be a realist. So, and also the third thing that I want to see, it's not really a key to victory, but it's something that I want to set up. Like I said when I started the show, is about special teams. What kind of return team will the Steelers have? Who's going to be the returner? That is a big key. I didn't see too much of that in the 2 training camps that I've been to. I know Percy Harvin III, he has some competition at punter. I didn't see too much of that. I did see a lot of the field goal kicking of Boswell. I got to talk to Boswell real quickly. He was probably talking to his fiance, and he's probably like, man, get the hell out of here. But I just want to see some special teams, see if for return, or is every kickoff going to be in the end zone because they got that new rule. But also, too, here is my Steeler trivia of the day. And like I said, I will put, Greg says the NFL consists of the Steelers and a big stack of who the fuck cares. Yep. Yep. I agree, Greg. I don't care about any other team. Now, don't get me wrong. I'll watch other games because it's the NFL football. Okay, here we go. Burns is key. My key is that Tomlin doesn't start every starter and get them hurt. That is it. Yeah, that's a huge key. One series. I'm okay with one series because Mason Rudolph has not been well. I would like to see Tanner Morgan behind the Steelers. Maybe Tanner Morgan is our third string quarterback. That'll be the key too. Maybe they'll trade Mason Rudolph. I don't know. We don't know. Anything's possible. I don't know. I mean, who'd have thunk that I've been doing this for a long time? This is my 77th Triple B Black and Gold Dynasty show with the same name. I had other stuff, but who would think it? You know? Yeah. Okay, hold on. Yep. Penn State's playing West Virginia in the opener. Oh, Burns. Oh, you better be sitting at home watching that. So anyway, my Steeler trivia is this is pretty easy. Which Pittsburgh player was voted Defensive Rookie of the Year in 1974? Who wants them? I don't know. The Steeler trivia of the Triple B Black and Gold Dynasty. Which Pittsburgh player was voted Defensive Rookie Player of the Year? I will take them all. I will write them down and like I said, put them in a hat. My future wife will pick out a winner, and we will do that. Joe Green. No, Booth. Joe Green was drafted in 1969. You guys can Google on your phones. I try to do easy questions. That's right. Brian Burns is the winner. Brian Burns with Jack Lambert. That is absolutely correct. Craig, you said it too. Your names are both in the hat of trivia. So I will get your names. I got to write them down. Burns and Craig. There we go. Trivia. I got so much shit going on, I can't remember everything. So I got to write it down. There's a lot of people. I'm just going to put the names in, rip them up the names, and we're going to do it live. No, not Joe Green. Nope. Joe Green was defensive at 69, not 74. Jack Lambert, Craig from Patton, and Burns from Route 66 picked it up. They're the winners of the week. And that was a quick trivia question. Burns, you and Craig, I'm kind of surprised because usually they don't go as quick. It takes a long time. It does. So, and I believe I don't care about the score of the game. I don't care about if the Steelers lose or win in preseason. I want to see some quality football, and I want to see these younger players. I want to see the battles that are in camp and see people playing against other teams in different color jerseys and seeing some consistency also. Like I'm going to agree with Mike Tomlin. I want to see the defensive line come off the ball. I want to see the offensive line block and who's ever in there. What do I do? Win an Alley Cat hat? No, I don't have an Alley. I didn't talk to Alley Cat Beverage. Now, speaking of Alley Cat Beverage, speaking of Alley Cat, proud sponsor of the Triple B Experience, here we go. God bless Alley Cat Beverage. Here we go.
There's a new cat in town. Formerly known as Clymer Beverage, the newly remodeled Alley Cat Beverage is located in the heart of Clymer. Still carrying all of your traditional beverages, Alley Cat Beverage also offers all of the newest flavors, brands, and novelties, including slushies and popsicles. From the gridiron to the back porch swing, Alley Cat has your favorite beverage in stock and ready for any occasion. Stop in and see the new cat in town. Back the alley where all the cool cats go. Alley Cat.
What a commercial. No, Burns, Frank Pollard was not there in 1974. So, Alley Cat Beverage, proud sponsor of the Triple B Experience. And I also want to give a shout out and supporters of the Triple B Experience, Watkins Boxing. You can go in, join a boxing club. If you have kids, they have classes. Go talk to Brandon Watkins. You can do a $50 a month unlimited gym membership fee. Shane says, yeah, weak-ass West Virginia team that is a shell of the 2000s, 2010 programs. Uh-oh. Well, maybe Shane and Burns should have a bet. So I also want to put out next week. I saw that commercial. I think Booth is passed out the corner. Well, they took some smelling salts. They woke him up. Well, that's where I'm getting my beer here in October. That's where I get the beer for the Triple B Bar and Grill downstairs at Alley Cat Beverage. But also next week. Now, see, I forgot to put my Marnicky. That's right. Boom, we're playing Tampa Bay. I wanted to get that out of the way. I'm a little bit behind. Sorry, behind 8 ball. Because I am the host, producer, and editor, and everything. I'm a jack of all trades here. So sometimes speaking of Amanda Campbell, Diesel's in the house. Diesel, you know what? Since you just jumped on, I'm going to do it again. Proud sponsor of the Triple B Experience. Here we go. Twice we're doing a commercial because, the owner just jumped on. Here we go.
There's a new cat in town. Formerly known as Clymer Beverage, the newly remodeled Alley Cat Beverage is located in the heart of Clymer. Still carrying all of your traditional beverages, Alley Cat Beverage also offers all of the newest flavors, brands, and novelties, including slushies and popsicles. From the gridiron to the back porch swing, Alley Cat has your favorite beverage in stock and ready for any occasion. Stop in and see the new cat in town. Back the alley where all the cool cats go.
Alley Cat.
A little slow, but I want to do that again because Diesel showed up. Shane says, Burns, you can go to the game with him next year, Morgantown. I have a season tickets, he said. And no, Burns, you cannot RSVP on my fucking podcast. Do the email like everybody else. Shane says it's in Clymer. That's right. Clymer, Pennsylvania. Alley Cat Beverage, proud sponsor of the Triple B Experience. Proud sponsor of October 21st when I'm going to get drunk. So, thanks, Diesel. I got to get you on the show. Anytime you want to come on, let me know. So I got next week. I'm going to give you guys a little heads up. Next week, we're playing Buffalo. And next week, I have somebody coming in and this matchup right here, because what I told you guys is if people I know have their favorite team that are facing the Steelers, they're going to come on, and it's going to be the Pittsburgh Steelers with me versus them. And next week, it's the Pittsburgh Steelers versus this team. That's right. I'm going against 13-year-old Kal-El, who's on the Mania Megacast. He knows his wrestling. He knows his football. He's been to Buffalo. He's going to talk the talk and walk the walk against me with his team, Buffalo, and I am going to send him to fucking school next week. 13 years old or 49 years old, it doesn't matter. If you're not a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, he better know his facts, and he better line up because it's coming next week. It'll be a good show. We're going to review the big matchup next week of Buffalo versus Steelers because that's the Steelers' only home game in preseason. So, yeah, Kurt Mears is watching. Yeah, well, Kurt's around, man. When are you going to jump on, Burns? I'm telling you, the ratings will go through the roof. I swear to God. No, she doesn't know Kevin Nash, but actually that's how she got her nickname, because of Kevin Nash. Because I when I was working at Drillers, I couldn't remember everybody's name. I gave everybody wrestler names. That's right. Blow him, Burns. Oh, you're right, Shane. Kal-El is a sharp. I mean, he's sharp, and I'll have to be on my best Steeler knowledge for him. He knows his football like he knows his wrestling. And if anybody wants to sign up on his TikTok, he's almost got 1,000 TikTokers. I got 15, and most of them are all porn people that contact me. That's all I ever get anymore is porn people. Hey, Bubba, can you give me some money? Get bent. So that'll be next Wednesday. I will also be, I know. Next, I'm probably going to do a Triple B Experience tomorrow night because I don't want to know. I don't want to do a show during the Steelers. I can't focus, and it's very, very hard, even though it's preseason. But I don't know. Maybe I'll do one after the Steelers play Tampa. Maybe I don't know. Oh yeah, that's right. You guys did live together. Oh God bless you. So I don't know yet. So I'll put it on Facebook if I'm going live tomorrow, because I know I have my radio show tomorrow night too, which is called Wrestle Talk Across the Country. Host Mark Mancini, Ralph Williams, Smoking Jim Frazier, and myself. We talk wrestling. It's on the radio, and I'm going to have to go because my battery's dying. So I got to go, people. Thank you very much, and we are out of here. Thank you so much. My battery's going to low, and I'm going to be dying here. So here we go. I'm ending it. I'll see you guys. My battery's running out, and it'll die. Everything will die. Damn it. I must have pulled it out of the wall. You got to love it when you pull stuff out. Okay, people. See ya. Bye-bye. Woo. Let me get to... Oh, shit. I get to the wrong one. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ah, shit. Wow. Okay, I'm back. Okay, now we are done. Thank you so much for tuning into the Triple B experience. With technical difficulty, I came back on. So hold up, and I will end the show. Thank you for tuning in. Okay, guys, it happens. It's live. It's like Saturday Night Live. Okay, thank you. Good night. Peace out. I'll have to edit this goddamn thing now. Okay, bye.